Hi, it's Ben here from Second Dynasty, and these are the instructions for the Shuttle Alpha Mark IV. You can see the model here in 3D in Maya, although today, for the purposes of going through the instructions, there are PDF instructions already, but if you prefer something in video format, this is the film for you. So if I load up 3DO, you guys can just follow along with the build list. If you have 3DO, you can import it and view it in 3D. We just go into Asset, Bundle Browser, we do a refresh, and once that is done, it's taking a little while for some reason. We already have it downloaded anyway. The Shuttle Alpha Mark IV is here. It says that the version that's available. We click on download, and it will download the new version. You can see there it says 1.1. We hit the Mark IV base, and this gets us the Mark IV in 3DO. So I'm just going to take you through step by step as to how this is done. I'm going to kill my video so you guys can see everything. All right. So if we head to instructions, show hide, we get our various different steps for assembling the part. Now, one thing that we don't show in this tutorial is the number of open lock clips to use. Essentially, we have a variety of different clips that are appropriate, but we'll get into that as we go along. So let's go to step 2. So here we have the nose, we have the fuselage middle section, and we have the forward fuselage here. So these just require clips. You can simply, let's see, you can see here the clip holes, so you can easily count them if you want to. 4 in the front there. I'm not going to do this for everything, obviously. Another 4 in this section, and there'll be another 4 needed here for the rear section. So just assemble those together with the clips, and then we can move on to these pieces just slot down and should just be held in place. The forward landing gear, you kind of need to angle it, so you put an open lock clip in the back here. So you can see the clip holes there, and then you just got to sort of like angle it up and into its recess. So it can be a little bit fiddly, but should work perfectly fine. Let's see. Now we go towards the rear. It's very important that you first attach the landing gear into place with an open lock clip each. And then once those are connected, just slot in the other pieces here. So let's see, I need to zoom out. Let's go to step 5. So now we have the interior of the cockpit. Just pre-assemble that separately. You may or may not want to put the seats and control panels into place first. One thing that you should probably do before putting the top on is actually insert the doors, because they are not really designed to go into the slots through the top here. So we'll move on. Oh, by the way, these attach with a 1.75 millimeter filament. So with your FDM printer, you just cut out some filament, put them in. If for some reason you have done this with resin, you can easily get 1.75 millimeter filament samples that are pretty cheap, or you could potentially just print some cylinders at 1.75 millimeter thickness. All right, so they all slot down into place. The cabin inside assembles in a similar fashion. The pieces here are attached with the filament, and once you've got this much done, just set it down in the cargo bay and slide it forward. All right, for the cargo bay itself, same deal, pretty simple assembly. Here it shows the ramp afterwards. Sometimes it's easier to assemble the ramp first, since it does require a firm hand. So let's see. Again, the doors are shown in the correct order here. The ramp just does require a little bit of elbow grease. You can additionally thread some filament through the hole there if you want it to be extra tight, although the version that we have put out is fairly tight as it is. And then you just simply drop it down like so. I don't usually clip the front and back piece together, but if you want, you can just sort of like, if you bend it from the back down into it, you can sort of clip it into place. There is a bit of breathing room. Here we have the engine section, and I'll just briefly speak about lighting. So let's see. I'm not too good at the controls here. So there are actually indents here where you can put some coin cell batteries and thread them through here. You can put the switches through, and there's a little bit of a channel here that you can sort of feed through wires. I did a very simple job of it when I did mine. The lighting, of course, is completely optional. And then we will, there we go, see a little bit better. You just slot the light holders in, and then the engine cones you insert over the top, and then just twist clockwise. The top of the ship is easy to assemble as well with regular open lock clips. They average about 4 per piece connection. This front piece here can be a little bit fiddly. We have just updated the files with a slightly newer version, which is a little bit thinner at the end, although the same principles apply here. So there's one clip here, and it clips into place like so. Now, when you do, let's see, when you do actually drop the top piece down onto the bottom, instead of using full clips here, use the wedge clips, and that'll just hold it securely in place without it actually having to force it apart, right? So let's slide that down there. The guns just clip in with a regular open lock clip. I would use the sort of springier kind, and same on the other side. Then we have the landing gear bay doors. These can be a little bit of fiddly. You basically can sort of just wedge them into place. You may need to use a little bit of force, but that's mostly to keep it quite firm. And yeah, then that concludes the building of the Mark IV. So again, this is it in Maya. I'm a little bit more proficient with Maya and showing off the ship. So you should have something that looks similar to this, if not exactly the same. And yeah, hopefully this worked for you.